Who is sharing the screen?
Me, sir, Vaishnavi Dhole.
Dole Vaishnavi, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will make you host. There is no option to make co-host. So now you can share screen. Vaishnavi, you can share the screening and you can start the internal presentation of project phase 1.
Yes, sir. Visible, sir?
Yes, visible.
Gayatri.
Sir, can I start? Can I start?
Yes, you can start.
Okay.
If you want, you can start the camera also. Sorry, start your camera, please. It is compulsory.
Okay. Wait, sir, wait. I don't know what happened.
Okay,
Sir,
Vaishnavi, please just wait.
Yes, sir.
Now you can share the screen.
Okay, sir. Visible, sir?
Yes, it is visible. Put in full screen mode. नीचे इधर वो कप का सिंबल दिख रहा है ना, नीचे नीचे दिस साइड बाजू में, हाँ उसमें क्लिक करो. Click on that. Okay, so can you start the camera?
Gayatri is, sir, now starting.
Okay, Gayatri, can you start camera? Okay, continue with presentation. No issue. Gayatri, you can continue the presentation.
Good morning, everyone. I am Gayatri Rajendra Ekatpure. Today, I am here to internal project presentation phase 1. Our project name is Development of Hybrid Electrical Vehicle Charging Station. We are making this project with my group members Sakshi Dhananjay Kaye, Vaishnavi Rameshwar Dhole, Kishori Santosh Sawan, under the guidance of Professor Anil Tekle sir and the head of department, Dr. Tamboy ma'am. Next, please. This is the index of our today's presentation: abstract, introduction, literature review, objective, outcomes, methodology, conclusion, and references. Next. The abstract. The main abstract means the electrical, as we know that the electrical vehicle become a major trend in electrical as well as automobile industry. For the electrical vehicle, charging station is one of the main important aspect. And we know that the cost of petrol and diesel are increasing day by day, and these non-renewable energy sources are limited. So for that, we are deciding to make a charging station with the renewable sources like solar and wind. In this project, a hybrid solar wind powered charging station is proposed to provide the electricity for the electrical vehicles. As we know, in rural areas, most of the time electricity is off due to the load shedding, blackouts. To overcome these problems, we are proposed this system, and it will be more beneficial in rural areas. For this project, we are component used for this project are wind turbine, solar array, batteries, inverters, and controllers. As per the charging expectation, various parameters like battery voltage, solar and wind output power, control rating has been designed and discussed. Next, please. Vaishnavi?
Yes, I'm taking, but it not.
So introduction. We are making this project on the design or development of hybrid electrical vehicle charging station. So what is mean by the electrical vehicles? The electrical vehicles are the vehicles having a battery instead of the gasoline tank, an electrical motor instead of the internal combustion engine. Nowadays, especially in public transportation system, electrical vehicle has gaining a high popularity. The government also increasing the use of the electrical vehicles to reduce the pollution. And we know the EV policy. EV policy, the primary objective of a Maharashtra EV policy to 2021 is to accelerate and the adoption of the BEVs, battery electrical vehicles, in the state, so that they contribute the 10% of a new vehicle registration by 2025. So using solar-based charging station EVs will help to taking off additional grid load from the grid and ensure the energy security. In this system, we are going to combine both the solar and wind and generated a power gives to the battery through the controller, and the EV are chargers. I will next call the Sakshi Kare for the presentation.
Yes, Gayatri. The objectives of our project is first one to understand the basics of solar and wind system. In that we studied the generation of solar system, generation of wind system. Second one is to design parameters of solar and second one is to design parameter of solar and wind. Third one is to control the power generation from solar and wind. And last one is to understand battery storage management system. Next, Vaishnavi. Vaishnavi.
Sir, it is not working. Sakshika, I can present.
Vaishnavi, you can send PPT to Gayatri
Okay.
and make her host.
Just wait. Gayatri. Gayatri, now you can share the screening.
Okay, sir. Vaishnavi, it is visible?
Yes,
Yes,
Gayatri.
visible.
Click on beside the symbol. Okay, continue.
The objectives of our project. First one is to understand the basics of solar and wind system. In that we study the basic of solar, that is generation of solar and wind system. Second one is to design parameter of solar and wind. Third one is to control the power generation from solar and wind. And last one is to understand battery storage management system. Next, Gayatri. The outcomes of our project. Uh, in rural areas, most of problems of load shedding, shortage of electricity, blackouts will happen. So in this paper, we overcome this problem. Then mostly we use renewable sources, so billing is low. As we use solar and wind system, it is free of cost, so billing is low. Then it is pollution free, so it is eco-friendly. And we use renewable sources which are available freely in nature. Therefore, the cost of sources doesn't matter. Next, Gayatri. For this project, we studied some papers. Some of them mentioned here. First one is Haolui Yongli Jia. This proposed a design and development of solar hybrid electric vehicle charging stations. In this paper, a hybrid solar power charging station was designed to provide electricity for the electrical vehicles according to the wind and solar conditions for the coastal areas. The key components, including the wind turbine, PV module, batteries, and inverter, and other control were considered. The development of this renewable energy can make a big progress of energy saving. Combined with electrical vehicle, the solar wind hybrid power station will improve the situations of energy use and the pollutant gas emission in the traffic field. The next one is optimization of solar wind energy system power for battery charging using MPPT. This paper elaborates from hybrid system, the generation of electrical power is cost effective and efficient. Next, Gayatri. Gayatri. Uh, Third paper is Praveen Kumar and Kalyan Das estimated a potential need for electric vehicles, charging station infrastructure and its challenges for the Indian market. This paper discussed about the potential need of electric vehicles, charging station infrastructure and its challenges for the Indian scenario. Searching charging stations for electrical vehicle is an important issue for the driver, which need the implementation of smart charging infrastructure network. This paper, in this paper, the comparison between the three types of fuels, that is petrol, diesel, and
Sorry to interrupt. Sorry
electricity.
to interrupt, Sakshi. Sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
Whatever you are doing, you are reading the PPTs. What we have told, you have to explain the project. This is that we can also read. Na? Why you are reading all the things? Whatever you have reviewed from that paper, that you have to tell what is the gist of that paper. That you have to tell. You are completely reading the PPTs. Then what is the use? Huh? Is it a way of presentation? When we are taking the lectures online, all faculties are reading the PPT.
No.
No, they are explaining whatever the contents are there in that PPT. Then that we can also read by enlarging the screen. We can read whatever it has been written. Huh? What I have told, you have to explain in detail what is your project, what literature review and all this. Each and every PPT or slide, you don't want to read. No? Whatever there you have to tell me. That's all. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Is sir correct now? Whatever I am telling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Simply reading the PPT and completing the phase, it is not that way. What the innovation or what the project you are doing and what sort of things you are used in the project, what is the problem statement, what are the themes, what you are going to do in your project, that you have to explain.
Yes, sir. Sir, my name is Vaishnav Rameshwar Bhale and I am explaining the methodology of our project. First point is the solar power. Gayatri, take next slide. How the generation of solar energy takes place. When the solar radiation is radiated on the module, that is solar panel, the sunlight is get absorbed by the silicon material and electrons are free to move. Due to this, electricity is produced. This electricity is then used to the charge controller. We are using MPPT charge controller, which give the maximum point at which we can get the maximum energy. Then this energy gives to the battery, and from battery we can charge the vehicles, that is DC load. As a design parameter, as we are charging 6-volt battery, as per this we are manufacturing our parameters. Next slide, Gayatri. Wind power.
Vaishnavi,
Yes, sir.
are you manufacturing the parameters or are you manufacturing the devices?
Parameters, sir, not device.
How you can manufacture the parameters? What is parameter? Can you tell that?
Sir, means the device we required for to charge 6-volt battery. Means, sir, we are
That is a
using
parameter or
particular-
component. Just tell me the difference between the parameter or component.
Sir, can I?
Hello, are you got the question?
हाँ, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir,
What is
battery
parameter and
is
what
a
is
component
device?
and
Yes, yes.
battery is a device and the 6.5 ampere is their parameters.
But you are telling we are going to do manufacture the parameters.
No, sir, not manufacturing.
Continue.
Generation of wind energy. When wind is flow, due to this, the blades get rotated and the shaft of generator is connected to the blade. Due to this, electricity is produced. And from this electricity, we are charged the battery through the controllers. Power generation from solar and wind. Gayatri, techniques. Gayatri.
It is
Hello. It is previous slide, Gayatri. Next slide. Block diagram, Gayatri.
I am showing block diagram.
This is the block diagram. The output from solar and wind turbine is given to the charge controller, and from charge controller we charge battery. When we have less demand, then we are store it into the backup battery.
Explain properly this block diagram. You are not audible.
Hello.
Explain properly this block diagram.
Yes, sir. The output from solar array and wind turbine, it gives to the controller. We are using MPPT controller, which gives the maximum point where we can get the maximum energy. Then this energy is given to the battery, and from battery we charge the vehicles. When we have less demand, then excess amount of energy we will store in the backup battery.
I will stop everybody here. It is your electric vehicle, hybrid electrical vehicle charging. Your topic is yes or no?
What,
Yes.
sir?
What is your topic?
Sir, can you check your audio, please? Your voice is not clear.
Now it is okay.
Yes, sir, it is okay now.
So what is your title of the project?
Development of hybrid electrical vehicle charging station.
Charging station, correct?
Yes, sir.
So here you have told wind turbine, solar array, controller, battery. What is the specification? What is how much power is generated by wind turbine? How much
Sir,
power
it is the
generated?
next slide, sir.
Okay, okay. But it should be mentioned in block diagram. You are telling it is a block diagram. Okay. Next.
Kishori, you can explain now.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. My name is Kishori, and I'm going to explain components required for our project. Gayatri, next slide.
Gayatri, make it fast.
Yes. First one is a solar panel. So design of solar panel. In that we are going to design a 30 watt panel. So we are taking 3 watt panel. So number of total solar panels are 10, and current rating of both is 0.34 ampere, and voltage rating of each is 9 volt. And some of the design parameters of solar panels are short circuit current, open circuit voltage. These specifications are given. Short circuit current is 0.41 ampere, and open circuit voltage of solar panel is 11.25 volt. Next one is a charge controller. Here we are using MPPT charge controller for getting and maximum output from the solar and wind. So current rating of charge controller is 5 ampere, and the voltage rating is between 6 and 12 volt. Then a design of wind turbine. Here we are from the calculated data, we are decided that the blades of the turbine is from 0 to 5 meter, and tower is of 20 meter, and it is of 65 feet, and dynamo required for turbine and generation of electricity is between 150 to 200 rpm. And next one is a battery bank. Here we are using 2 batteries. One is for a regular electricity storage, and another is for backup purpose. Then current rating of battery is 4.6 ampere, and voltage rating is 6 volt. Next slide, Gayatri. Gayatri. Here are the Here are the some advantages and applications of our project. First one is a free from pollution, as we are using renewable energy sources for generation of electricity. So there is no emission and pollution. So it is free from pollution, and it reduces. Second one is it reduces energy demand on grid, as we are going to use standalone system for generation of energy. So there is no need for taken an energy from grid. So it reduces energy demand on grid. And application is to charge an electrical vehicles. Also, it promotes the remote and rural area rectification. Next slide, Gayatri. Conclusion. The hybrid system will bring enormous benefit to the rural and remote areas where there is a severe crisis of reliable supply of electricity, and the system shows effectiveness of the system under various working conditions. The developed hybrid charging scheme can be used in real life as an energy charging option for EVs. So it is concluded that if we have availability of lot of sun and wind energy, both these sources are useful to generate an electrical energy. So there is continuous energy generation which is required for our EV charging station. Next. Here are the references of our project. Thank you.
Yes. Can you go for the previous slides?
What do you?
List of components.
No. See, am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes, sir.
Gayatri, everything, whatever your presentation is quite good, I will tell. But whatever the contents in the presentation is all copy paste. Because I am sitting in front of laptop and whatever the contents you are putting, it is just. Can I ask why you use MPPT, maximum PowerPoint tracking system, in your project?
Because sir, it give maximum power point.
You are telling the long form of that particular MPPT. What is the function of MPPT? Why it should be used? What circuit is there in that MPPT? That's why I'm always shouting from whenever I have joined here. From day one, I'm shouting that you should
DC to
thoroughly
DC
go.
converter.
DC to DC converter.
Go to
So,
block diagram.
Gayatri, go
Someone
to the
explain.
block diagram.
Go to the block diagram. Okay. What is the output from solar? Can anyone tell me? AC or DC?
DC, sir.
Then what is the
DC.
output from the wind?
AC.
Then how will charge the battery? Required. Which input is required for the battery?
DC, sir.
Then how will convert that one, and how you are going to synchronize both the generation?
Sir, for generation of wind energy, we are going to use small DC generator. That's why it gives DC output.
Then where you have mentioned that when you did anywhere you doesn't mention anything, you have not informed that one also.
Yes, sir.
So Gayatri, can you show the internal circuit diagram of the controller? What is the role of controller here, and how it will synchronize the DC from the solar and AC from the wind, and how it will generate the DC to the battery? Can you expand this controller in terms of circuit diagram and so on, etc.? How it will be works? Because where you are giving the input to the controller is different energy sources. One is the DC energy source and another one the AC energy source. Is it right?
No, sir. Both are sir
No,
DC.
sir.
Just a minute. Only I'm getting the answer from Kishori and Sakshi only. Other two people's, who is that?
Sir, I am Vaishnavi.
Vaishnavi and one more.
Are using the small wind turbine, means small wind, so it gives the DC output.
Okay, means you are using the dynamo, na?
Yes, sir.
Small
Okay,
DC
that's you have to
generator.
tell, na?
But
How
dynamo
much?
output is AC only, na? The output of dynamo is AC only.
AC.
Then where you are going to convert, and what is the output voltage? How you are going to synchronize that one? Both you are giving to the battery only. And you are using two batteries, backup battery and the general battery using. So is there any switch you are providing that one if excess is not load is less and all the things?
One basic question I want to ask: how much amount is required to charge one vehicle? Energy is required to charge your vehicle. Can anybody tell? How much amount of you are now showing in figure that the battery output is going to input of the car, which car is standing, electrical vehicle is standing. How much output is required to that electrical vehicle. Oh, sorry, input from the battery. Output from the battery and input to the electrical vehicle. What is the rating? You are telling that it is a prototype one. So suppose how much that? Yes.
Vaishnavi,
Yes,
you are
sir.
not giving any answer. Give the answer.
Sir, actually, we are charging kids' vehicle, sir, which having battery of 6
Okay,
volt.
kids vehicle or human vehicle or old people vehicle, I don't want. I am asking a simple question. How much amount of input is required to charge the battery? Suppose our mobile charger is required
6 volt, sir.
6 volt.
Yes, sir.
Why 6 volt? Why not 8 volt? Why not 10 volt? How you have calculated that 6 volt?
So 6 volt from the solar array also you are generating 6 volt only.
No, sir, from both.
Then
How
what is
much
the
amount?
input? Tell me what is the input and output of the battery? Voltage rating only you tell. What is the input required for to charge the battery? What is the input voltage and output voltage? Why you people so silent? Give the answer. Try to give the answer.
Gayatri, now you
All
are
4 members.
Gayatri, you are selected in a reputed industry. When you are working, being an core engineer, you should always be a specification. From day one, I am telling you should always specify the things. Within 3-4 days, you have prepared everything. Is it right? Is it right? This is the condition of your first phase. What you will do in the second phase? If you don't know any idea, if you don't know any base of your project, then how you are going to face the final examination, because this is an internal presentation. Again, some external industry fellow will come and he will take your external file. At that time, what you will do? I think all students are listening here, whatever I'm telling. But this is the scenario. And everybody is asking what about placement and what about things. If you are not that much clear, you are not taking any effort, and you want many things, and you are expecting big things. What is the use? Okay. Viresh sir, next.
Okay, and Kishori, Gayatri, are you there,
Yes.
all of you?
Yes, sir.
So one
Yes,
more
sir.
thing.
Only two members contribution. I'm getting more here. And another
That
2
is the
members they have not.
situation. That is there.
Yes, sir.
Out of 4 only, some are doing and simply some are telling they are only physical support, not any mental nothing.
In that 2 also one person is simply reading and preparation. Other persons no one, complete 4 members, no one has this complete knowledge about this project.
Nothing.
Project is actually very good.
Mm.
The concept is good, but
They never read
members
on
are
the
there. You have to involve more.
the many articles nowadays it is coming on electrical vehicle, charging station, locations are also detected. The central government is doing a lot of work, lot of efforts are taking place, but they don't care. They never open their, sorry to say all these things.
Next, Gayatri, Kishori, and all of you, please. You didn't mention any circuit diagram of this your project, and only but your project title is electric vehicle charging station. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
But your focusing on the to get the energy from the solar and to get the energy from the wind, and these two are synchronized and controlling in the controller circuit. You are putting focus on this side, but you are not putting the focus on the charging station side, how to design the charging station. That's what I have observed from your project.
One simple last question, Gayatri. In front of our building, all vehicles are parking. There is a tin shade on that. Whether can we design that charging station there by putting solar panel top of that particular tin? Is it possible?
Yes, sir. If a solar panel we will put at the roof of the means parking.
This your circuit will work there.
What is the rating of the battery, Gayatri, Sakshi?
Sir, 6 volt 4.5 ampere.
Whether by using 6 volts the vehicle can be run?
They have prepared for toy vehicle. They have told already. Kids toy vehicle.
It's a
But
small.
I think so. It is also required 3 volt battery. Or some of the vehicle will require 4 volt battery. One pencil cell wattage of the battery is 1.5. ठीक है भैया, चलो next.
Okay, try to put the circuit diagram next time. Gayatri.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We are putting the
Expand all the devices in terms of circuit diagrams.
Okay,
Try
sir.
to expand that one.
You have to more focus on that controller, MMPT. That is the main gist of your project. And you have to design that. DC to DC converter means why? Why it is DC to DC converter? What is the parameters? Why you are using that? Everything you have to thoroughly see the components, whatever you are using in your project. You don't know anything in that. You don't know the specifications. And simply you are copying and pasting and presenting. That is not correct. Okay, sir. Next.
Okay, go to the list of components slide. Just 1 minute, sir. 1 minute. Go to the list of component. List of components. Okay, here also mention the cost of this solar panel. Okay, cost of wind turbine mentioned in that one. Clear? And also what is output of the dynamo and what is the how much voltage you are getting from dynamo, you should mention that one. And next, number of battery, spelling mistake, number of batteries. Clear?
Yes.
Number
Yes,
of, so check it all of you and do it corrections and
Yes, sir.
discuss with your guide, and you can close your presentation now. Next. Next, Shubham.
Yes, sir.
Can you start?
Yes, sir. No problem. But our guide is not present in the meeting, sir.
Okay, I have taken the permission from your guide. So, madam has told to start. No issue.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. We are
who is sharing the screen?
myself.
You, na?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, just wait. I will make you host.
Yes.
Just wait. Unmute yourself.
Yes.
Shubham, unmute yourself. Just wait.
Yes, yes.
Okay, start.
Yes. Hello, can I start, sir?
Can you put in full screen mode?
Yes, yes, sir. I am doing that. Okay, Saurabh, you can start.
Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes.
Yes. First of all, awesome morning to everyone, and thank you for this chance to present our project in front of class. And our project name is Design and Fabrication of Paper Recycling Unit. And my project members are Shubham Doshi, Kiran Lamkani, Shantanu Patil. And we have done this. We are working on this project under the guidance of Dr. Dipti Tambul ma'am. And yes, please. Next slide. Yes. Next slide. Yes, these are the points which we are going to cover in today's presentation, like introduction, literature review. Like now, I will continue with the introduction. As we already know that paper is one of the most important product in our daily life, which we are using, and it is most important product in various sectors like education, industry, and industrial purpose. We can see that in our college also assignments like that for that. Completing for the task we are using the paper. This is, and for the production of paper, the primary thing or fundamental thing which is required is wood fibers, and that will be achieved, that will be obtained from wood. And for that one we need to do the deforestation, and that is the deforestation is affecting adversely on environment. So this is why, and also it is making the pollution, we can say, and by affecting adversely on environment. And the wood fibers will be converted into the pulp, and that pulp can be obtained by mixing the chemicals and wood fibers togetherly. And by considering all these things, we can say that we can conclude that recycling is the best solution for reducing the for saving the environment. Recycling is the best solution. Yes, this is the literature survey. This is the second point. And the literature survey, we have studied some papers, we have read some papers, and from there we came to know that we came to know that there are three methods to recycle the paper. And the first one is the manually operated paper recycling unit. This is the first method, and in this first method we are going to do all the processes which are included in this manufacturing process for the production of paper. That will be all will be manually only. And in this method the manpower will be required more. And and we have to make the pulp and by our hand, that we have to make the small pieces of paper which we have collected, which we are using as a raw material, that is used papers. And we can put that pulp into invat, and we can get the wet sheet, and further process will be done manually only. And the now second one is the semi-automated paper recycling unit. This is the second method, and in this method some machines will be automatic, or some machines will be manually only. Some processes will do manually, and some processes will do automatically. And in this method we can save our time, and we can save our time when we compare to the manually operated method. Now in third method, that is a fully automated paper recycling unit. This is the one last method. And in this method all the processes will be there, that will be automatic only. And this will also help to improve quality, and the production we are doing, that will be also production rate also increases here in this method. And all the processes will be automatic. And for this one of the great advantage is like that the only one operator will be required for this automated process. Okay. Yes, please, next. Yes, this is the table. From this we can get to know that these are we have in this table the name of authors are there, and in which year they have published the paper or journal. The name of journal is also there, and whatever the work done by that authors, that is there. And from this table we can understand that one how these three methods they have explained in their journals or research papers. Yes. Yes. Now we can. The third point is that problem statement, and we can see right now in today's era that our India is only about 30% of waste paper is recycled in our India, and then also that we are facing some problems. Like we can say the first problem is like that the paper industries which are there in our India, that all the processes are not there in one industry, and this is one of the problem. Then second one is that due to this separate processes, we have to deliver our whatever our product, whatever our like example we can take pulp or our weight sheets. We have to deliver from one mill to another mill, so it will take the time, and we have to transport for that one. This is the second problem we can say. And also for making the paper mills, we will require the more area, and due to this large area, we that whatever the paper mills, paper industries are there, that will be situated outside the city. There also we have to transport that material, that waste raw material, like schools, colleges, offices. We have to transport from the city to the that mills, so it will also take the transportation cost. So transportation cost is high.
So, so to tackle such problems, the best solution is paper recycling. Now we see the objective of our project, studying the basic idea and basic concept of the paper recycling unit and collecting all the methodologies of paper recycling. The design and cost estimation of all machines like paper shredder, hydropulper, univat, screw press, calendering machines, and paper cutting machine. Purchasing the components, fabrication of machinery, testing and validation of machineries. Now we see the process of recycling. In the process of recycling, there are 10 steps. First step is segregation of paper. Segregation means separation. It is the first step involving in the recycling of process. Recycling In recycling, waste papers are segregated in various grades. After the segregation, the papers can be shredded using the paper shredder. So soaking in water. In the second step, the in shredder paper can be soaked in water for 5 hours. So paper gets wet and this soaked papers gives easiness for transforming it into the pulp. Transformation of wet water into pulp. It is an important step in the recycling of process where the soaked papers get transferred into pulp. This process involves the pulping machine called a hydropulper. In this step, paper and water is mixed with equal proportional to make pulp. Finished paper pulp outlet. After the pulp is made, some chemicals are added to be in the pulp to make de-inking purpose and binding the pulp particles. Mainly bleaching powder and alum is used for de-inking of pulp. De-inking means removal of ink from the pulp. So outlet made from this is white pulp. Formation of pulp into size of paper. The white pulp soap from it put in univat, which is consist of one wooden box with net bottom of box. It is dipped in water. The pulp then poured in wooden box and by spreading it equally wet sheet of paper be formed. The wet sheet is taken out of the box and put on the cotton cloth. Formation of pulp into removing excess of water from wet sheet. This step uses pressing unit for removal of excess water from the sheets. Some 12 to 15 numbers of wet sheets with cotton cloths are placed between the two wooden boards and press can be applied on it to remove the excess of water from the wet sheet. Sun drying the wet sheet. After removing of excess of water from the wet sheet, the sheets are exposed to sunlight for drying purpose. Cold polishing of dried paper. The dried paper so from is rough and have uniformity in the thickness. So to make it smooth and uniform, we have to calender or polish it. For this, it uses calendering machines, which is having two rollers, and between them sheets are passed. Cutting cutting paper into different sizes. This is second last step in which the paper recycling process, where the calendar paper can be cut into desired shape and uh, size according to our requirement. And last step is finished paper products. It is in that we get the various finished paper product like papers, paper bags, and card, etc. Now there are 6 machines in our yeah, process recycling. The list of machines are first is paper shader. Paper shader is a mechanical device used to cut the paper into strips or fine particles. It consists of sharp blades. Now, second is hydropulper. Hydropulper is a typical paper pulper machine. Hydropulper is also known as hydropulper. Hydropulper is also known as hydropulper. The hydropulper consists of open cylindrical vessel, a shaft carrying impeller which rotates to cause disintegration of the waste paper and separation of fibers. It has power transmission cells with V blades connecting to shaft and electrical motor. Now third is univat. Univat Univat consists of a tank filled with water. In that there is a wooden box with net. In the univat, the white pulp can be converted into wet sheet. The pulp from the hydropulper is then put in the wooden box which placed in the tank. The pulp can be spread on the net box and which so that it can be spread uniformly and wet sheet can be formed. Next is screw paste. It is a screw paste is used to separate the liquid from the sheets. Uh, the machine, the screw paste is the type of machine press in which the ram is driven up and down the screw. Screw shaft has driven by handle wheel. The next machine is calendering machine. The calendering machine is used to give the calendering machine can provide a shiny surface and improve the smoothness of the paper. During the calendering, paper is passed between the several press and heated roller. This operation there consists of thermomechanical treatment of the surface. Now, last machine is paper cutting machine. The paper cutting machine is the uh, used to cut the paper into desired shapes and size. The machine is very simple in construction. For constructing the machine, it requires one wooden board and a bed for cutting the paper.
Now, to execute our project, we decided some steps to be carried out. That are first is the design of feasible structure of all the subunits of our plant and with the required product specifications and the capacity. Then second is the finalize the design of drawings we made like machines like paper shader, pulper, strainer, pressing unit. Then third is the fabrication and installation of the units. Then evaluation of the units about its calculated capacity and quality. Then if after taking 1 to 2 trials, if changes to be required, then that changes can be made. And six is the testing of the unit after modification based on the quality of recycled sheet by changing the strainer quantity, pressing variations, then changing time for drying sheets and polishing of the dry paper. Then seventh and last step is the validation of product quality and cost with existing products available in the market. Now, the work that can be done by us. According to the first step, we made some design of some machines and the design we made by using the AutoCAD software. Here you can see first design we made that is of paper shader, which is used for cutting paper into strips and small pieces. In first photograph, you see the machine, and in second the sketch of that machine. For for designing of the machineries, we made our product as A4 size paper, and according to that the designs can be made. For paper shader, the outer structure size is of 35 centimeter by 25 centimeter, and it consists of 10 blades with a gap between two blades as 2 centimeter. Now, second we design is of hydra pulper that used for mixing paper in pieces with water and the chemicals. For this, the hydra pulper consists of one tank, and the capacity of tank is of 20 liters with outlet pipe as 2 inch. Then the stand on which the tank can be put is of 40-inch height, and stirrer for mixing is of 6.5-inch height with 0.5 inch as diameter. And for this, we used a motor which is of 1 HP motor with 440 RPM speed. Then third is the screw press, as screw press is used for removing of water from wet sheet. For screw press, it consists of 2 plates of 48 centimeter by 40 centimeter, and the thread rod of 2.5 inch with 1 inch of diameter, and 2 fixed rods of 2 inch. Then fourth is a univite machine. Here you can see in first photograph is the side view, the second is the top view, and third is the sketch. For univite, the outer tank, which is of 76 centimeter by 63 centimeter, seen in first photograph. In second, the inner side wooden box you can see, which is of 40 centimeter by 38 centimeter, and for this the stand is of 30 inch, and with including of the tank height. For after the design and all the things, we came to know that our budget for making this project is near about 1.5 lakh, and for that we put one proposal to the university, but the result is pending, so that now we are working on one small prototype model of same unit with output product as A4 notepad size paper, which is of 14 centimeter by 20 centimeter, and according to that our fabrication can be started. For our plant, the basic and 2 important machineries are univite and calendering machine. So first we fabricated that 2 machines, and on here on screen you can see this is our univite machine, which is of wooden net, and as this is a prototype model, so we don't require a large tank or that, so basic tray also sufficient for us. So according to that, the univite machine is ready with us. And the calendering machine, the process of calendering machine go with several steps that are shown on screen. As first we have to make structure. For structure we require square bush. So first is to make a hole in the square bush, and for that it requires lathe machine. In third photograph you see the job, fitted in the on the lathe machine, and the hole can be driven. In last, you can see that hole size is of 3.169, and according to that, our project work is going on. So now the advantages of the project are: the capital cost of the project is low, small in size, and hence portable. The wastage that are produced from the machine are environmentally friendly and doesn't produce any harm to the environment. No need of skilled person to operate the machine. There are some disadvantages. Regular maintenance is must. Clearing of the machine must be done periodically. In the production of the recycled paper, the waste paper needs to be dinked and bleached. The application of the project, all sorts of the small scale industries in all schools and colleges, large office and companies, pulp making industries. Next. The conclusion of the project is, from study and survey, we can get the knowledge that large industries are generating hundreds and thousands tons of the waste paper every year. The big problem of disposal of used paper is removed by saving the environment. The simplicity of the operation of this machine ensure that less technical skilled laborers are needed to operate the recycling unit. The development of a semi-automatic paper recycling machine is much cheaper as compared to the machines in recycling industries. These machines can be used in schools, colleges, or institutes to solve the problem of used paper, which institutes are facing right now. These are the some references we referred for the project. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Patil sir. Hello.
Sir.
Okay, any questions?
Saurabh and Shubham, you have given good presentation, and really I appreciate your presentation is good. So
Thank you, sir.
one only suggestion is
Thank you,
that
sir.
before doing this, means you are doing a prototype model. Before that, you please visit on that day. Our discussion also happened that you please visit
Yes.
some paper industry.
Yes,
and
yes, sir.
see the process, how they are doing. Okay. So
Yes,
then
yes,
you will
sir.
get
Sure.
more idea, and it will be helpful to you for your.
Sir,
Wait,
your voice
Alok.
is very low, sir. Can you?
Yes,
Your voice is very low.
my
I
voice.
didn't.
Hey, am I
Now
audible?
it is audible.
Yes, sir.
Now it is audible. Oh, okay. So that is the only
Yeah.
suggestion from my side. Okay.
Yes, sir. We can visit.
Can I ask any questions? Am I audible?
Yes, definitely,
Yes.
definitely.
Yes, Shubham. Actually, I just wanted to know Shubham. Yes, Shubham, I would like to ask Saurabh.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me about the degradation ratio of your whatever paper recycling you are recycling? Na? So in such cases, there is a degradation, right? If I'm not wrong. So what is the ratio for the same?
Sorry, sir.
You get my question?
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Okay, Shubham.
Yes, sir.
Yes, can you tell me about degradation? Means I'll just simplify. Okay, means see, first time you are putting some 1 kg papers, right?
Yes.
So in such cases, whenever you are putting 1 kg papers, times you are recycling them, then third time you are recycling that. So every time there is issue in a recycling, that is a degradation of a papers.
Yes, sir.
So can you tell me that ratio exactly means?
Actually,
what it will be?
that recycling, according to the recent paper we read, in that they said that the recycling a paper can be recycled for near about 5 to 7 times. Later on, it is not possible to recycle that.
Okay. So currently you have done very well work as compared to others. And the one thing then again means, what is the ratio? Means suppose you are putting 5 kg rough or waste papers. So what is its outcomes mean in a kg? Means whatever be the recycled papers, right?
Yes,
So means how much in kg, how much will be your input, and in kg, how much will be your output?
sir,
Expected.
actually, this is one of the objective of our project, and which is later on we are as plant get manufactured while giving trial, that time we can say about that ratio.
Okay. And what capacity you are expecting per day for whatever you have proposed a system, na, that is for our institution, right? Or maybe
Yes,
our
yes, sir.
department. So what is current capacity or expected capacity for that?
Sir, as we are making the prototype model, for that prototype model, we decided as a capacity of 5 kg per day.
5 kg.
Yes.
Okay. So now for 5 minutes, you just stop. I'll ask question to Kiran and Saurabh.
Yeah. Okay.
So Kiran, can you tell me how you have managed that waste collection management? Means whenever you are going for this recycling, na, you need waste, right? So how you are going to manage that?
Yes.
Tell me how
Sir,
you
we
are going
collect
to
waste
do
from
waste management
school colleges introduce.
from colleges.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can you just focus on the what we can say financial situations, like means whatever the expenses you are spending on this recycling, and whatever
Yes.
we are getting new papers. Okay. So is there any correlations, or what is the exact difference? Have you calculated that? Means if I am getting new papers rim at around 1,000 rupees, then to create or to recycle new one paper rim, so how much cost by using your paper recycling plant we need to face? Can you focus on that?
Actually, sir, we are going by use of trial and error method. So we will calculate when we'll have the trial. As our college is having lots of used papers like assignments and journals that we are going to use for recycling.
Okay. And only you are just recycling papers, means whatever be your output, that will be only A4 size paper, right? Or whether it is for preparing for bags or some kind of files, whether is it your
Yes,
output or
yes,
not?
sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. That is
Sir,
only output.
actually, our main customer is school, colleges, and small offices. We are making this plant, which is for specific institutes.
Shubham, I know you know everything. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Let these three people to explain. I know you know
Yes.
everything.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Tell me,
Yes, sir.
what
That
will be the product?
product will be assignments or a precise book, files like that. As as Shivam told only that our main focus is like school, colleges, and offices. We are going to manufacture that.
Saurabh, listen. Suppose I'll as a waste, I'll just collect 1 kg rough files. Okay, file covers, which are color in browns and all like that, right?
Yes, sir.
So whether is it possible to produce a blank that A4 size white papers with the help of waste files? Is it
Yes, sir.
possible or not?
As we are going to make a pulp. In that one, we are using some chemicals for de-inking or for making the white paper.
Okay.
Yes,
And some files having like that clutches and all that, there some metal parts in that file. So what is the procedure for to remove that all?
Sir, when will take pulp from a hydropulper into Univat?
No,
At
that
that
is
time,
latter part. That is latter part. So whenever you are taking that waste, na, at that time in our file, see there is some clutches, okay, to fitting papers.
yes,
So
yes.
how where you will remove that one?
Yes, sir. As for making the pulp, we are going to make the small pieces of files and papers
Okay, so at
which
that
are
time
there.
you will remove that metallic part.
Yes, sir. By manually, we are going to remove that.
Okay, and last my question.
May I tell you, sir?
Yes, last question for you only, Shantanu.
Yes, sir.
So currently in market there is one machine, okay. So where have you seen that Xerox machine where we are putting a paper inside that it is scanning and then your printout taking out? So like that way there is machine in the market where you can insert whatever your raw paper is there, you are inserting that and new paper is coming out. So
Yes,
it there is only delinking, okay. So that product is in market. So what is the difference between your product and their product?
Actually, this project is manually operated, sir. As you told, that machine is fully automatic, sir. The cost of the machine is higher.
Okay. Can you go to the slide number 7? There is a first reference. You have taken that Gary M. Scott and said Alberta, and name of journal is Research Gate. So, Patil sir, if I am not wrong, there is no any journal named Research Gate. Research Gate is, I think, researchers platforms. Okay. Shubham, now you can answer.
Actually, you are right, sir. But actually, the paper is very basic paper, and there is not mentioned any such
All that from
journals.
Research Gate, right?
Yes, only just ResearchGate is there, so we put that name. But we can go and search for that, and we can correct it.
Okay, fine. Once again, like Patil sir, I appreciate your work. You people are done very well.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Kiran, unmute yourself. Okay.
Hi.
Okay, you can share the screen. Yes. Continue. It is visible.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning. My name is Neha Bhosle, and our project name is car battery charger. Uh,
What is your title?
Sorry, sir. Good morning. My name is Neha Bhosle, and our project name is design implementation of electric vehicle charger.
Yes. Go to the next slide.
And my group name.
Next. Go to the next slide. Okay. Continue.
Next point is objective. Objective of our project. The objective of car battery charger for managing the electrical vehicle charging technology. This technology used to optimal size of the
of the onboard charging to suitable battery capacity. Abstract. Next point is abstract. Many different type of electrical vehicle charging technologies are described in literature and implemented in practical applications. Electrical vehicle charging technologies in terms of converter topology, power level, and power flow direction. The main important aspect of charging technologies and strategies in last part, the use of genetic algorithm, the optimal size of charging system estimated, the base of sensitive analysis, the possible future trends in this field are uh, final value. Next.
Neha,
Yes, sir.
okay, explain properly. Don't read the slides. Already sir told don't read the slides.
Yes.
Yes, continue fast.
Yes. Introduction. Growing concern of carbon dioxide emission, greenhouse effect, and rapid depletion of fossil fuels raises the necessity to produce and adopt a new eco-friendly, sustainable alternative to the internal combustion engine drives. One effect approach to relieve the effect is to integrate local power generation such as renewable energy source into the electric vehicle charger infrastructures. Batteries can be charged through conductive or inductive charge, or WCS. WCS means wireless charging system. For this reason, in the last decade, electrical vehicles have become in some ways widespread, principally because of their negligible fuel gas emission and lesser reliance on oil. Next. Next. Next.
Go to the previous slide.
Okay,
explain it.
In this charger in 3 levels, level 1 and level 2 on-board charger, and level 3 is off-board charger. The bidirectional power flow adds to the grid to vehicle integration, also the vehicle to grid mode.
Where is the voltage
this
levels
table-
of level 1 charger? What is the voltage level of level 2 charger? What is the voltage level of level 3 charger? On which basis you have classified the level 1 and level 2, level 3 chargers? On which basis? Anyone please? On which basis you have classified the level 1, level 2 and level 3 chargers? कौन सा पैरामीटर बेस लेकर आपने क्लासिफाई किया चार्जर्स को? Anyone? Don't waste time.
Actually,
Yes.
sir, level 1 or level 2 charges.
Yes,
Okay.
tell me.
Actually, sir, level 1 or level 2 charges are used in AC input, and level 3 is used for the DC, only for the DC. Level 1 and 2 is used for home base and public levels are
Who is
used.
explaining?
And
Who is that? Name?
Ankita.
कौन explain कर रहा है?
Ankita, sir.
Ankita. Okay, continue.
Sir.
Can you start the camera? Halat. Okay, continue.
Next, Neha, explain.
Uh, in this table, level 1 and level 2 is
Neha,
on board.
start the camera, please.
Yes. In this charger, in three level 1 and level 2 onboard charger, and level 3 is offboard charger. Power level first, charger location is onboard, and typical use is home, and typical power is 2 kilowatt. Charging time is 4 to 11 hours, and level second is charging location is onboard, and typical use is public places, and
Charging
typical
location
power
or
is
charger location?
charger location. Charger location is on board, and typical use is public places, and typical power is 20 kilo watt. Charging time is 1 to 4 hour, and last one is a power level 3. Charger location is offboard, and typical use is DC faster, and typical power is 100 kilowatt, and charging time is less than 30 minutes.
Next.
Uh,
Next slide. Okay, go to the previous one. Just tell me what we have studied from the first paper. What we have studied, why you have referred that paper. Say yes or no, please. Neha.
no, sir.
Okay, continue. Next slide. Next. Yes, explain.
Please explain, Kiran Rukde.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Sir, can you put your camera on?
Yes, sir.
Switch on the camera, not I'm not seeing.
सर स्क्रीन शेयर किया है मैंने.
Screen off हो गया. Sorry. Okay, continue the presentation. Off the camera. Off the camera, please. Continue the presentation.
Yes. This is block diagram. In this project, a battery charges can allow a unidirectional or bidirectional power flow at all power levels. The bidirectional power flow adds to the grid to vehicle interaction, also the vehicle to grid. Generally, there are two types of chargers, onboard chargers and offboard chargers. In this project, we are going to use onboard chargers. Battery chargers can be implemented inside the vehicles. Onboard chargers are limited by size, weight, and for this reason, we are usually compatible with level and level 2 chargers.
Kiran, one more doubt, please.
Yes, sir.
You are going to use the onboard charger or you are going to design the onboard charger?
Design to onboard charger.
Why you are telling we are going to use the onboard charger? Continue.
Yes. They usually have unidirectional power transfer capability. In some cases, configuration of bidirectional power transfer can be achieved. Next is two stage. Onboard chargers are basically two stages, AC to DC stage and DC to DC stage. The front end rectifier usually contains a boost power factor correction converter to achieve high power factor and low harmonic distortion. The rectified stage can be performed by a half bridge, full bridge, or multi-level diode bridge. Half bridge rectified is less expensive. Uh, this is a circuit diagram of full bridge rectified with a conventional PFC boost converter. So in this diagram supplies DC. DC supply is connected to the diodes. One MOSFET is used and it is connected to the load. Contains a less number of diodes. Full bridge rectified is more complex, but the components are subjected to lower stresses. If instead higher power ratings should be achieved, a good choice for the AC to DC converter is a multi-level configuration. Next circuit diagram is a full bridge rectified with interlude PFC boost converter. An interlude boost converter simply consists in two boost converters in parallel operating 180-degree out of phase. The main aim of this interleaving is to increase the output current by reducing the input current ripple, and hence by reducing the overall volume of the input electromagnetic interference filter and of the boost inductor. Next is a single stage. Single stage means AC to DC rectifier is combined with the DC to DC converter. However, the drawback is that single stage battery charges with non-isolated converter suffer from a limited conversion ratio, which limits their application for the wide range of output voltage. Next is integrated. Uh, the concept of integration consists of reusing some of the drivetrain components, means inverter and motor windings, to implement the onboard charging system. However, some problems may born from this combination. To maximize the reduction components number and hence to further reduce the size, weight, and cost of the battery charger, several integrated topologies have been proposed and studied in literature. Next, next part explained by Ankita.
Thank you, Kiran. My name is Ankita Kathare, and I'm explained by the components. 24 volt transformer is used. Next, diode, capacitor, resistor, and inductors are used in electric vehicle chargers. Next. The advantages of electric vehicle charger is the one of the best advantages of using of the EV charger. EV is the it is a save the environment. It is a save the environment with the increase in the population and their desired, which is causing global warming, can be reduced with the EV. Next is battery maintenance. The best car battery chargers is helps to people save the money. You just want to a product rather than a career and charges. You can even make users save a lot of efforts to restore the battery and when the stored the prolonged time ago. Next advantages is more quite cheap and easy to charge. And the best advantages of car battery chargers is frequently utilized to charge a small capacity. It means that it tends to be slower when the power is supplied to the battery. Next, more quiet, the best speed expensive, and these charges are also useful because they are increase the life of the car battery chargers. Next. Disadvantages of electric vehicle chargers are expensive to buy, limited range, especially in load conditions, poor charging in infrastructures. It consumes time depending on the charger source is used.
battery life concern. Embedded energy used to battery in manufacturing, not really zero emissions. Resales value or uncertainly. It's expensive. Minimum account of pollutions. Next. A specification of our project is 24 volts, 5 to 10 amperes, and output of 29.4. Current charges is 3 ampere. Battery types is lithium ion, and the load capacity of battery chargers is 20 kilowatt to 50 kilowatt. Next. So next explained by Katerev.
Thank you, Ankita. Myself, Revati Kate. I am explaining future scope of project. As electrical vehicle manufacturing is becoming popular every day, its market share is also expected to rise greatly. India GDP is accepted to the growing by amazing 25% by 2020. The best part, apart from reducing environmental population, EV can lower oil import by about 60 billion by 2030. The environmental pollution has reached almost the threshold level in India as per the climate in risk index 2020. India rank in the top 5, which means that India is vulnerable to climate change, so there seem no other option than to adopt e-mobility. To mitigate environmental issue, the government of India decided to promote electric vehicle to reduce pollution. However, as a per coastal report, the new car owners wouldn't be buying electric vehicle until 2030 because of several factors. Proper infrastructure is one of the critical factors, but whatever the cons are of using promoting electric vehicles and Indian roads, the overall electric cars on the Indian road will be almost 100 million in the financial year 2030 from just a half million in the financial year. Next part is a conclusion. The most common topologies which are suitable candidates for each level of an electric vehicle charger have been presented. First two levels means level 1 and level 2 charger topologies are usually mounted inside the vehicle, forming in this way the so-called onboard charger. In this way, the most common topologies used FCS म्हणजेच fast charging system are multi-level converter which have the high power density and lower current harmonic distortion. To reduce the impact on the grid, almost all fast charging system are integrated with renewable energy source and energy storage system. Lithium ion battery can be recharged according many different charging techniques which can more or less complicate the charger architecture and control. Next. This is a reference. Thank you.
Any questions, sir?
Again, whatever she last, she has read everything, whatever it is mentioned in PPT. So it is a problem of all the students who have done within 3-4 days preparation and doing that report and everything. So again, I am requesting to all the students, don't do it. So you have to present in the front of external examiner. At that time, if the situation is like this, then you have to face the consequences because it is a 275 marks. Yes, na Viresh sir?
Yes, sir.
So that much mark
Host
is
नहीं
there.
है,
So
host
why?
नहीं है अभी. खत्म होने वाला.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. बोलिए.
That is why, because all you have done copy paste from various whatever articles are there. So I humbly request to all the students, don't do that. Sincerely, you do it project. Project may be small. Don't care about that, but you should be prepared by your own. All 4 members who are a project group, they should contribute to each other. Otherwise, some of the group, some of the members are doing, remaining are not doing anything, so no use. So it is a teamwork. If the teamwork is going, is done good. So see, your friends are there, Saurabh Mule, then that Shubham Doshi, how they are doing. They are continuously coming, doing something. It has been seen and it has been monitored by guide also. But many students, they have never turned to their guide also. And this is the situation. That's why they are facing these problems. They can't explain properly. They don't know technical specifications. They don't know what they are doing. So simply it is very difficult. So I am again requesting to students that do it properly. See, you are not doing favor to your father, mother, or your faculty. It is doing for yourself, your development. So don't think that yes, university has given that is prescribed. That's why we have to do it. So anyhow, we have to do it and we will present it. That's all. But there will be no satisfaction. Simply for doing, always I am saying, bulwark and smart work. So if you do the smart work, definitely you will get the result. If you do the bulwark, no result will give it. So again, all the students keep it in mind and do it good. Okay, sir. That's all.
Sir, I told them to add the mathematical analysis and to add the list of components, but they didn't add anything here.
That's why they are not listening. Na? That is the problem. That is the only problem we are facing. They are not listening the guide and they are not coordinating with each other. That is the only problem. So they should always coordinate with the guide. They should always talk with the guide. All faculties are in our department are good. They are having little bit practical knowledge also. So why you are not taking the help of them? Many
Neha,
faculties
what you done here?
contacts in industry also.
Neha, what is your contribution? Neha is there?
They are simply listening. That is my problem. They are not speaking.
Ankita?
मराठीत बोला, याच्यामध्ये बोला,
Kiran?
काहीतरी बोला.
Yes, sir.
Neha is there or not?
Yes sir, no sir, हो सर, एवढंच माहिती आहे. बाकी काही बोलत नाही. बरोबर आहे की नाही? एवढं कानी कपाळी ओरडून सांगतोय मी तुम्हाला, सिन्सिअरली करा, सिन्सिअरली करा. ऐकत नाही तुम्ही. तुम्ही काय करता, जस्ट करायचंय म्हणून करता.
Take sir.
करायचंय म्हणून करता ना.
Hello.
No question, sir. No question.
Okay, sir. Sir,
What question you can ask her?
Because actually the speed of their reading was faster than my reading speed. Actually, I was starting to read first line. They was